Hey guys, and welcome to week one, in which we'll talk about sessions when we talk about weeks, so they'll be synonymous with each other. And in this week, in the very first week, I want to welcome you to class and welcome you to database design and management. For this week, we'll take a look here in Blackboard as to what all is expected of you here during session one, which is basically just understanding the core database concepts. If we scroll down here in Blackboard, we'll see what all's due. First of all, we need to do some reading this week, obviously. We're going to read Chapter 1 and Chapter 10a from the Cronky book, Database Processing Fundamentals, Design and Implementation. In this first chapter, which is basically just our introduction, there's a lot of components and terms to the general database world that are going to be introduced during this chapter. As you read through chapter 1 here, we'll talk about the importance of databases in the internet and our recent smartphone world. And I say recent because we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the iPhone. So more and more people have smartphones in their hands every day now. We'll talk about various characteristics of databases. There'll be some database examples. We'll talk about the different components that are needed in a database system. We'll talk about different aspects of database design and some things that we're going to learn throughout this course. With Chapter 10a, this is going to be over managing databases with Microsoft SQL Server 2014. And you've already seen my message that I sent out about downloading Microsoft SQL Server 2014. Now for Chapter 10a, if you go up to your course information and you click on that tab, once you get there, you will see that you have these appendixes in Chapter 10a listed here. So you can just click in here to be able to go and look at the information that is needed. Once that opens up in your tab, you will see here are those appendix, and here is Chapter 10a, and then you can then download the information from Blackboard to be able to read Chapter 10a. Keep in mind that when you're going through 10a, you're only going through pages 1 through 12. You need to read all of Chapter 1, but in 10a, you're only going to read and complete pages 1 through 12. You will also be reading from the Conger book. You will read Chapter 1 from that one, and that is your hands-on database book. So make sure you read all of Chapter 1 in that book. So definitely a little bit of reading to complete this week. If we keep on scrolling down, here's a little bit of information on Blackboard discussions. If you've never done discussion boards, if this is your first course with us and doing discussion boards, just make sure you check out this and get a little better feel for the discussion boards. You'll see we have a discussion right away here in which you're going to create a word cloud picture. Simply follow these instructions and you should have no issues. On the wordclouds.com page, you can see this. I've created one here that's in the shape of a check mark, in which I simply followed the instructions. I chose a shape. I created a word list of the words that were needed. Make sure you're following the syntax correctly in this. Very simple to use, and then you will be taking a snippet of this using your snipping tool from Microsoft and saving that picture. If we scroll down a little bit more, you'll see those instructions for saving your image and then how to upload that here in Blackboard. Make sure in your posts that you're following all of the instructions here and that you not only post your image, but you also put some words in there, a little bit of description for us as to why you chose those words, why those words were important, if they were important to you at all. And then make sure that it's just your initial post. And you'll see with our discussions that we have an initial post, and then you need to reply to your peers in the class as well each time we have discussion assignments. So the way we're going to do that is your initial posts are due by the end of day Wednesday, except for this week. They'll be due by the end of day Thursday because this is a shortened week because of the holiday that we observed on Monday. Make sure that once you have that posted by the end of day Thursday, even though I know I have it Wednesday here, I'm giving you guys an extra day for that, that you make your peer discussion posts in response to others that have posted theirs this week, that those are due by the end of day Sunday. There's no extension on that at all. This is discussion. It's like you're interacting in a classroom even though we're not in a physical classroom. make sure that you do a minimum of 2 responses. Doing the minimum is just that. It's the minimum. You're expected to do at least 2. It'd be nice if you would respond to more of your classmates, as it's a way of interacting with others in the classroom. Alright, if you scroll on down here, you'll see we have another discussion board, as you can tell by the DB, and this is over database related jobs. As you read through this, make sure you follow the directions to a T. As you can see that we're going to be using some information from the textbook, and that section, make sure you find the right sections, things to look up. And in item 3 on the top of page 17, there are 3 reads. Make sure to take a good look at that and summarize that into a brief a report, and which will just be text that you'll post here in Blackboard. You're not going to attach a Word document or anything like that. You're going to actually put your information into this discussion board post for your initial post. And for that one, it too will be due by the end of day Thursday instead of Wednesday because this shortened week. Make sure it's at least 300 words, and your reply should be a minimum of 50 words in length to a minimum of your 2 classmates by the end of day Sunday. Once again, that is a minimum of replies. To get the best points possible, try to do more than just 2 individuals that you're responding to. Let's have some good interaction here with your classmates. If you have any other questions about how to do your discussion board posts, make sure to just look up here and how to use Blackboard discussions. Now if we scroll back down here, the next item on the list here for this week is downloading and installing SQL Server 2014 Express, because you will be using that in the course. And I've already posted a video about that. You should have received that yesterday, and you can go through this. If you have any questions, refer to that video as well. The next item here is your Chapter 1 project questions 1.64 through 1.74, which covers access. With this assignment, you will be creating a simple Microsoft Access database using Microsoft Access 2013 tool that I told you to download in the previous videos. So here's where you will be using that and getting a good feel of a general relational database. So use this software, complete these steps, and submit that by clicking here on this link and then uploading your assignment that you save once you've completed the database. Now you'll be taking your quiz for this week, and you can see here's a short link on how to take a quiz or exam here in Blackboard. Here is the quiz. To take this quiz, you will simply click on this link and you will start your quiz. Now you will have questions from both pieces of your reading, so both books, as you see here, Chapter 1 from each of those books. And there are 20 questions that could be anywhere from a multiple choice question, it could be a true and false question, or it could be a short essay that could be part of this quiz. And the quiz is worth 20 points. You'll have 30 minutes to complete this quiz. At the end of that 30 minutes, your quiz will be automatically submitted. There's no extensions to it. It will automatically be submitted. You do have the opportunity, though, to take this quiz up to 2 times. If you don't do so well on your first attempt, you do have the ability to take a second attempt, and the highest of the 2 scores will be what's recorded here in Blackboard for your grade for the week. As you can see, that is the end for what is due this session. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me as my preferred method of contact, as some of you already have tested the waters in that and emailed me here prior to the semester. But that is definitely the best way to get a hold of me. If you're on campus sometime, feel free to stop by. I'd love to see you and talk with you, and always willing to help you any way that I can. But feel free to contact me at any time, rmartinjr@ivytech.edu. Thank you guys for joining along and for taking the database design and management course. I hope you will have a great session 1 as well as a great semester with me this term. So thank you guys again, and I hope you have a great week.